and welcome once again to the show. We're going to be back after the break. Do well to stay tuned and see you after the break. Welcome back from that very short break. So like I said, we are going to be considering a very interesting topic. As usual, we have our guest here, Mr. Bolaji. He's going to be giving us insight and his thoughts about this topic. The impact of childhood trauma on adult love. This is a two-way question because it affects us as young people and even the adults as well. So Mr. Bolaji, I want you to throw more light. How does childhood trauma affect adults in their love life, and how do they overcome the effects of that trauma? Moving on.
Well, from my perspective, I felt 85% of situations like this come in when it comes to parenting. So now let's break it out from the childhood. If we are focusing on the childhood series, we are interested majorly on what was the impact of the parent, the guardian when the baby was small. Whatever impact you do there at that period, I can guarantee you that it will have a replica or an impact in any adult. For instance, now, if you have a family whereby the man come home every day and buy something to the house every day, the children will pick that idea. And you'll be shocked that if they are working on their day-to-day life, when they grow up, they find it difficult to go to someone's house without buying anything, even if it's just ordinary sweets. The same thing, if a young guy passed through a tough scenario whereby maybe he had to be raped or something when he was in the training or when he was a teenager, growing up, it found it so difficult. Let me even give you an example of a common one. How many of us have been in a scenario whereby we met a young people that are that their parents told them that they are giving them they should bring their money, that they will use the money and keep for them. So that visitor will come to the house and say, don't worry, please give me your money. I will carry the money and keep for you. Then after a few while, you meet them and you'll be like, no, the money is not available again. Then we'll give you back the money. And before you know,
all the chicken you have eaten in this house, all the Christmas clothes. So where do you think the money have been coming from?
Now, I think that's the major thing. So if a child grow up in a scenario like that, whereby the parents collect some certain amount of money from him and in the name of I'm keeping it for you. Growing up, he picked the money and he discovered that the parents said, no, the money I've been using for your Christmas clothes. And he sees his junior brother or probably his senior brother that did not drop any money whatsoever for Momsi. Yet he have the shoe, he have the clothes. I know that have been not that common again this age, but you know what that simply implements? He have reprogrammed the child at that age not to trust anybody with money. Because he will ask himself a question, why did I not have anything and my sister have it? And yet me, I keep money, but my sister don't keep any money. So he will come to a point in his mind and say, okay, if that's the way it is, then it's no more better for me not to save any money. Is it not better for me not to trust anybody with money? And some take that actions at the earlier age. Now when they come to childhood and they have somebody that is in serious need, let's say they save a certain amount of money, let's say 500,000, and they have a friend that is between life and death. Do you know that it will be difficult for any young guy to drop the money? To be sincere, most of those things are origin of what we are doing now.
Because of the negative programming.
Because in their mind they feel that money will never come back. And I can guarantee that that's the represent of most of the time people don't find it difficult to borrow people money. So what point am I trying to make, or what actions am I trying to make? The roles of a parent, a guardian at the little age of the baby growing up is much more important in the life of the kid than just that immediate event. I've seen a lot of child that when they are growing up, their kids, their parents just talk to them anyhow, caution them anyhow, deal with them anyhow. And so because of that, they start come to the level whereby they are afraid.
Yeah.
So instead of them making decision, then they are afraid. They are afraid of what to say, what to do, which actions would they do. So they don't have that boldness to communicate with anybody again. So if they are in a situation whereby they're supposed to talk, they will just be moved. What is happening to you? Nothing. Now, if you check that child initially, it's not like that. But the environment have captured him probably from the parent action to get into that level. So when he grow up, you just discover that some of them will be automatically silent, some decide not to talk to anybody. So I think for some that are parents here or planning to become one, it's not as feasible to be careful on how we deal with our kids at their initial stage. It's much more important than the basic things that is happening. Most of the time we are doing that to make sure that we put them in order, which I'm not against. I'm just saying that we should be careful that putting in order is not creating another hole or a vacuum that they will be looking for a way of filling it in the future. 85% of adults now, when you check their reactions and actions, it starts from their childhood. What a friend have done, what everybody have done for them, so they carry it. The reason why some people are not in marriage today is because of what they have from their childhood to probably their early age. Because they just felt anything anybody said is a lie. You cannot be in a house whereby the man is beating the wife in front of the kid every day. What do you think the kid will grow up to become?
Baggage. They are carrying emotional baggage.
So the one that is lady will say, I will not marry. If a guy comes in, as I beat my mom, he will put everything just to assume that the man will beat him. So we will do everything not to allow it.
Okay, sir. I think you've dealt with how it affects. But now I want you to also throw more light on ways of overcoming this trauma.
Well, the truth of the matter is, to overcome it, you have to first be at peace with yourself. So if you're an adult and you are facing a situation like this in the journey of your life, well, my personal advice to you is sit down and ask yourself some questions. Where am I? Where am I going? All these things that is happening, is it something that will be impactful in my life? Then you sit down and ask yourself, okay, if this thing is not impactful in my life, what do you think I should do? Why is it affecting me? For instance, now, if you discover that every time maybe you find yourself in a family whereby the parents beat each other. Now you grow up, you know that one of the first things you first ask yourself before you go into that, what caused beating? Even if possible, seek for counsel. Deal with it before it deal with you, so that it will be hard. It take a long time. Look, one of the difficult things to cure is what happened to you when you are in little age. It's very, very hard because your mind will keep going there. Some people don't trust even their partner relationship again because of some of these things that happen. But the easiest way I felt to fix such solution or such problem is to make up your mind and say, I want to get better. I don't want to be like people at the past. So what could I have to do? I'll put myself on checkmate. I will not just judge people based on what happened to me in the past. I will judge people based on who they are, the person. And you'll be able to amend yourself, guide yourself to the end point. And I think that will give the best options or the best perspective of our physical life. So
thank you so much, sir. My viewers, hope you guys are learning a lot. Like, this is very insightful. I will tell you for a fact that this section is a very impactful section. Please do well to share the gospel, share it with your friends and family, and also like this video and do well to subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much for staying tuned and see you in the next video. Bye for now.